Bear in mind, today we're going to try something different, and we're going to take apart that first Fireluke mesh sub-ohm tank coil head. Sure, yeah, that's what it is. Fireluke mesh is from Freemax, and we're going to take apart that 10-day-old one that I felt started tasting a little funky. But I'm pretty sure that that's due to the fact that I pocket the device, and that's just monstrous, and stuff's gonna fall in there. I can't imagine when summer comes and it's mowing time, going out in the yard and mowing while using this. I think you're gonna get a lot of grass and bugs in it. Really, this is a great vape. Yes, that's how loud it is. Super duper, but it is louder than damn near everything I have. I want to say it's comparable to a .com RDA, but I don't have mine anymore for comparison, but I found that RDA quite loud wide open. Let's see if this works. What do you think? Look at that. It's beautiful and seamless. I don't edit, I do things on the fly. So, let's see here. I put it back. This is what the coil heads come in when you buy a 5-pack. So I put it in the container that I took one out of, because I didn't want to use the other blue one. Alright, nice little package. I like it. It's kind of neat in case you want to, see if you can rebuild one of these. I don't know. Hey, what's that? Yeah, something that was in this package, I guess. Are you gonna focus? Don't make me turn the manual settings on so I can focus, because that would be wrong. But you see that gunk at the top right there? That's, yeah. That's the good stuff. Give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to actually pause this so I can open the stupid camera settings so autofocus goes away. Alright, let's see, and we shall continue. Now you can really see how gunked up that is at the top, right? Looks like it has a nice caramel glaze. Just wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Turn autofocus back on. No? Sure, there you go. Good golly, Miss Molly. Let's start out like normal. Okay? So, yeah, autofocus. You're the bane of everyone's existence right now. Somewhere around there. Oh. So, we pull out the bottom pin. Comes out super easy. Didn't expect that. Whoop. Don't go off screen, bro. What are you doing? Right? Got your leads. Right? Your positive lead right here. Your negative one bent off to the side. We want to get rid of that grommet right there. Now, I'm pretty sure that this separates. However, I have nothing to separate it with. It would be cool if it kind of unscrewed, because it does have this. Hey, where'd that other leg go? You notice that? Where'd the leg go? Oh, there. Is that it? Weren't they on opposite sides? No, they're not. They're right there. Right there. There's that negative lead. There's the positive. I was wrong. I thought that slot there had the lead in it. They're right next to each other. Of course they are. Now, I don't know if these are strong enough to pinch these together. So, I kind of want to take the coil itself out before I get to see if any of that cotton is nasty and burnt, which means we gotta kind of pinch those together and pull, and it's not going to come out as nice as I want it to. If you could get it out really nice, wow, that's in there. If you could get it out really nice, there's a good chance that you could re-wick this. And as you can see, that came out. It does have burn holes in it. That's not a rip. That's burn holes right there. So that could account for some of the nastiness that we're tasting. I'll let that fall to the ground. So you can see the cotton. See that? It is getting a little burnt in there. This was 10 days of heavy use. I basically put up my series box and I didn't use it. And I normally use that while on break and here and there and at home constantly. And when I'm driving, I use my Atlantis because, you know, tank life and gripping and driving is no-go. Yeah, that looks terrible. Let's pull that out before we get to the coil. Really packed though. This is really packed. I mean, that's a sheet of Muji right there, but in layers. See that? It's not like the fluffy part of the cotton. It's like all those outer sheets of the cotton. I think they could have done a lot better job had they used the inner part instead of just the outer part, because that's all it is layer after layer. There's a couple layers right there. There's a couple more right there. There's another one right here. But that's all it looks like, is that outer layer of Muji cotton or Kendo cotton or whatever cotton. And then there's one piece that's wrapped up on the inside. Like I said, this comes apart. And without knowing what I could use to make that come apart, they sure made that part really difficult. There's even a little bit of gunk right there. Look at that. Alright, onto your coil here. Mind my shaky hands. Yeah, you're not going to come apart real easy, are you? Alright, we'll go this way. This is not fine mesh. This is really, that's nasty, huh? Like I said, this was heavy use. And that is essentially your mesh coil head right there. It does have some of the cotton burned right onto it. But gook life, yo. Gook life. That you know, I kind of like this this mesh just because it's not the fine stuff. It has a lot of extra air holes in it. You know, anyone that's ever used mesh has used that like 400 stainless steel and such. And let's see if I have something readily available. Sure I do, right here. This is 400, I believe, and that's what this looks like. You really can't, you can see through it, but there's no holes or fence-like gratings or anything like that. What I was really curious about, though, was what do they do right here? To get this wire, let's see if I can, look at that, and get this as close as I can. But what do they do to that to get it to stick? Right? You can see it looks like it's ripping off of there. Only, like, was it soldered? I don't know. Is it just heated up and pressed on there as hard as possible? I'm not really seeing any like wonky solder or anything like that. It's just like it was heated up and put on there, which is kind of what I wanted to know. I wanted to know if this joint was soldered on or not, and it doesn't seem to be, which is good because you shouldn't vape solder, right? Sorry, we'll pull that pin out. Let's see here. And that's really what it looks like. Yeah, mine the fingers. I work with ink printers all day, so it doesn't look soldered. It just looks like it was heated and pinched onto there, basically. It's kind of what it looks like to me. So yeah, we'll get the awesomeness of focus, and boom. Look at that, autofocus enabled. So yeah, that's your Fireluke mesh, sub-ohm coil head, rip apart, whatever. It was a little bit burnt. I kind of expected it not to be quite as singed on the edges there, but you saw how easily that one side came apart. This side's not coming apart so easy, so could have just caused a hot spot around that top edge. It seems to be where most of the burnness was from. Yeah, there's a little bit, you know, down the sides, but all in all, when you grab the strips and see all that, more or less towards the top part, maybe it's just not covered enough. I don't know. Let's see here. Can't really see down in there because I'm so close with this. You really can't see down in there, but this is huge, okay? This is huge. It has a ridge on the inside. It has a ridge right there on the inside. So if anything does fall in there, you're not just going to tip it out because it's just going to hang in there. Man, you autofocus, I tell you. Boom. I'll turn you off. How do you feel about that? I know it's a little dark to see, but there's gook. Don't put gook in your drip tip if you can help it. But there is a lip. It's nice and smooth lip. And I kind of like, you can see it on this video now. That is purple. I mean, it's purple as purple could be. And all of this grading, like I said in the other video, is just a gunk catcher. Just, you hear that? I mean, like I said, it's not sharp. You're not going to cut yourself on it. But just because of the texture of that, it grabs all sorts of mouth gunk. This is actually pretty clean. You can see a little bit right there. It's after a day and a half of use. Plus now it's getting stuff from my fingers sticking to it because fingers, yo. That's finger. See? It does come right off, but it's just a hassle. We might as well check out the inside here where you fill it, right? Comes off. Really nice. Seals down. You can fill it, you know, 90% fill right there. Wherever you want to stick your bottle in, you can fill it up. And the coil head basically is the whole tank, so there's no like flipping it upside down while you have juice in here and replacing your coil head. It's basically empty your tank if you have to replace the coil head. And this is the second head still that I've been using. What day was that? The 10th day was what? Like the 19th. It's the 24th now. So I'm 5 days in on this. Is that right? I don't remember. I didn't look it up before I started. But you can see that is wide open airflow right through. I don't have any other 810 drip tips to put on here to see if it works. If you're into high flow drippers and you think, well, this looks kind of neat, it's something different. If you're into high airflow drippers, pick one of these up. You want to try a tank out. I have had no issues with this whatsoever. And it vapes great. The flavor's great. The cloud's great. Like I said, no issues. This has been a wonderful experience, really. Other than, yes, it's loud. Told someone the other day, don't vape it in a library. Don't vape it in a public bathroom because it's loud and you will be heard. But yeah, let's see here. You want to see this cool setup I got going on here? You'll love this. Boom. See this? It's a 2-liter bottle, right? Yeah, you can still see my hands in the background. Ghetto. Pimping out the ghetto-ness right there. How do you like that? Oh, Inception. It would be. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, I go through a ton of juice. But I don't really think it's any different than if I were to just mainly vape on my series box up there. I got the velocity on there, I think, at like a 0.33. And this tears through the juice about the same as that does. I don't normally use that solely, you know, driving and everything. This I've been using solely. Only thing I've been taking with me. And that's my settings. 50 watts, 0.14. So whopping 2 point some volts. 2.76. Just keep vaping and vaping and vaping. Move this over to the hardwood. Ooh, oh, yeah, there we go. Sure, something like that. We can turn that off too. Put some blackness back there. So yeah, old cam, the new cam, but I wanted, you know, a little uppy closey with that portion. So that's what we did there. We can. Don't mind me. Y'all know that I just do whatever when I do whatever. Let's see here. This will just show window now. Oh my goodness gracious. You can't focus the light. No, you can't. That's too bad because it's a really nice looking camera. Something like that. You're really zoomed in though, bro. Sorry if I'm messing with everybody's brains here, but just fooling around, man. Oh. Hey, where did my zoom control go? My zoom's gone. My zoom's gone. That's too bad. Found it. Too close, but I found it. So that's what it is. I know. Here's the camera right here. Hi, how you doing? But that's as far out as it goes. It's kind of strange because if you zoom in on this camera, you know, sidetrack from everything else. If you zoom in on this camera, I don't want to do it from where it's at, but let's see, because it's really close. How's that? That'll work for you? Whatever. If you zoom in, you can now pan up and down, which is kind of a neat feature. Just throw that out there. Fireluke Mesh Sub-Ohm Tank by Freemax. Go try one out, really. I haven't enjoyed a tank like this in quite a while. Worlds apart. I use the Atlantis every day, or I did up until getting this. This is a dripper experience with a tank. It really is. It's loud. It is loud. And I've done this before. Turn it to halfway. Gets even louder. And it's not a satisfying vape to turn it down to like 2.5, 3 mil. It just gets warmer. You really don't want that. Now, sitting here watching videos, whatever I'm doing, playing PlayStation, whatever, the noise doesn't really bother me. Nobody else has ever said anything. Had everybody just gotten used to it in the house? I don't know. Whatever. But it's not quiet by any means. And I'm kind of okay with that, just because of the vape experience it gives me. It's been great. Should I stop gushing about this now? You know, it's really my only complaints is how much gunk will gather on this. And yeah, that's really my only complaint on it. That and it's loud, but I don't know. It's not a big deal. If I'm in the car, can't hear it, the radio's on anyhow, right? But yeah, public library. Somebody might not like that. Not that you could vape in there anyhow, probably. I don't know. I haven't been to a public library in years. Yeah. Yeah, I turned the autofocus back off. It is what it is. You want to check it out? I guess I could look up and put a link in the description for it. It's really my review for it is go get one and try one. Why not? What is it, like $30 now? I don't remember. I don't have the web page open because the camera was set up before I opened up a window, and for some reason, if I open up a window right now and look at it while the camera's hooked up, it messes itself up. So we're not going to do that. We're just not. But yeah, there you go, and there you have it, and there it is, and all that jazz. So, y'all have fun now, because I know I will.